To prove your God with objective evidence.
I am.
Do you have objective
yes.
evidence? Did you hear that guy? Measure it.
It
Please
doesn't exist.
Open Google. Open the
Forget
measurement
Google.
of
You're
dark matter.
PhD, brother. You did PhD.
We measured the fucking egg from my mother.
Where did the bollocks of your dad come from?
Haywan Menawi,
Yes.
Abu Wayda.
I don't know Arabic.
And they made
Okay.
Janine.
Okay, can you tell me who gives the sperm the knowledge to swim to the egg? Who says, go, 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 race, race, race? Who does that?
Let's begin the question.
I'm asking.
Let's begin the question, fellas.
Well, I'm begging
When
it.
you say, yeah, you're begging it, okay, you're fallible.
No problem. Yeah, exactly. I'm fallible.
Yeah,
so
I'm
I'm
not
begging.
going to answer a fallible
So,
question.
how is it a fallible question? Me asking, how does the sperm have the
Who?
knowledge?
By saying who,
Okay,
then you
what?
demanded the
No
answer
problem.
will be a person.
What
Like a Swinkus.
what gives the knowledge?
What gives the knowledge?
What gives the knowledge to the sperm?
Intelligence.
Where the intelligence? Okay, if there's intelligence, then it requires intelligent designer.
No.
Okay, so if there's
Begin the
intelligence,
question again.
okay, no problem. Do you believe that there's intelligence in this or information? Do you agree there's information in this book?
I read this book.
Any book. Argument's sake, if it was a different book. Argument's sake, does this book have information?
Yeah.
Okay, does that information require intelligence?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, so are you telling me that this has information, but there's no intelligence behind it?
Information.
Information. This information requires
You
intelligence.
know what information is?
What do you mean by that?
You know what information
What
is?
information is? I don't know the exact definition. What does it tell me?
No, but information can be also anything. It
No,
can
of
be
course,
also
no,
the
of course.
atom is information.
Of course,
The electron
of
is
course,
information.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
So if
alright.
there's information, there's intelligence, like DNA.
No.
DNA, okay, does DNA have information?
Cut.
No,
the
no,
chase.
no, 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 that's not cut
Do
the
you
chase.
have-
Why, why?
No, because
I
I
am.
want to go to the core.
I'm going to the core.
No, no, no.
I'm at the core.
The core is you have to prove your God with objective evidence.
I am.
Do you have objective
Yes.
evidence?
Do you believe that the DNA has information?
Did you hear that, guys?
Yes.
This person has an objective evidence for his God. That means a Nobel Prize is ready.
I'm ready to receive it if anyone's
Nobel
got it.
Prize and Templeton Prize. $2 fucking million for you.
I don't need the money. As long
Give
as I
me
prove
one
it, that's fine.
objective evidence.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm asking a simple question. Do you believe that the DNA has information?
You said you had objective evidence. Answer the
Do
question.
you,
Give me
do you-
one.
do you accept that DNA has information? I'm just asking a simple question.
Running around.
You
really.
actually,
Running
I'm
around.
asking you who wants to be a millionaire question.
Running around. That's not the objective evidence.
Okay, I'm just asking.
You know what
Okay,
objective evidence
okay,
means?
okay. I'm just asking
Yeah.
a simple question. Does DNA have information?
Yeah.
Okay, good. If there's information,
Genetic information.
no
inheritance
problem.
information,
No
yeah.
problem. If there's information, it requires intelligence.
Not necessarily.
Okay,
no.
can you tell me why not necessarily?
Why not necessarily? I can give you something, a phenomenon in nature.
Tell me.
Snowflakes.
Okay.
Yeah? Snowflakes. Have you seen a snowflake?
Yes, on a microscope. Yeah.
The hexagon
Yeah.
shape of
Yes,
it?
yes, yes.
No intelligence required. It's just a chemical bond.
Oh no. Sorry, 1 second. Those chemical bonds have properties to make that.
Yeah.
It's a pattern. If there is pattern, then there's someone who designed it.
No.
Yes. Can you tell me how you get a pattern?
You question the designer.
No.
But while you're not proving the designer itself.
I
I'm
am.
asking for the proof,
I am.
the proof of the
I'm
designer.
saying those things that you're talking about have the innate properties to give it that shape. You're saying it came from nothingness. I'm
No, I'm
saying,
not saying it came from nothing.
okay, where did it come
No,
from?
no.
Okay, where did the properties to make the snowflake that shape come from?
Physics.
Really?
What?
Really?
Atomic structure of the...
1 second.
atomic structure physically is
1
wrong?
second, 1 second. Are you telling me blind processes gave rise to this?
What do you mean by
Do you
blind
read?
processes?
For example, are you telling me that the snowflake to the DNA, to the atoms, which have information, all of them have information, you're telling me this just comes from physics? What do you mean by physics? What does that mean?
Physics is an explanation.
No, physics tells you how it works, not why it works the way it works.
That's why I'm
Thank
saying
you.
it's an
So you're
explanation.
talking about how it works. I'm asking you why it works like that.
Why is begging the question? You demand
No,
the
why?
reason
So
behind it.
where did it come from? I'm asking a simple question. What gave it these intelligence, information to the DNA, to the snowflake, to you, to the atoms? There is information. Where does this information come from? It requires intelligence.
The honest answer, we don't know. You claim the knowledge while you're not providing any
Very
objective
simple.
evidence.
To me, it's very simple. If there is information, there has to be intelligence. And if there is
No, not
intelligence, of course it does. Give me a contrary argument to something that there is information but has no intelligence.
I gave you the snowflake.
No. The snowflake has information. You're saying it's the science of the gaps. We don't know what it is. We're not going to say it's not God. So what I'm saying is, where does this information come from? Did it come from nothing or somewhere?
Come from natural processes of physics.
Natural processes are blind processes. So blind.
You can call it blind. You can
No,
call
no,
it
they can't.
random.
No, you can't because
You
it's.
can call it صدفة.
No, you can't.
The Muslim they love صدفة.
No.
Coincidence. There is no coincidence in science.
No,
by the way.
exactly. So you're a determinist. So, yes.
You can call me whatever.
No
Determinist,
problem.
whatever.
If you say, I agree with you, in science there is no chances.
So far, there is no objective evidence for God.
We'll let people decide. So you believe as in
haven't
science,
given any.
we'll let people decide. You
haven't
believe,
given any.
brother, you believe in science,
You haven't
that
given
science
any.
there is no chance. I've given you many.
You haven't given any.
Brother, you said, I said, where did the information come from the
Objective
snowflake?
evidence
You said
can be
physics.
measured. It
You
can
said
be measured.
physics.
You haven't given any
Can you
evidence
measure,
that we can measure
can you,
your God.
can you measure dark matter?
Yes.
No, you can't.
Oh my goodness.
You see the...
Do you realize you're speaking with a fucking PhD in astrophysics?
Well, you're
We
doing
can
bad.
fucking
You're
measure-
doing bad.
We can
I'm not even a
fucking measure
PhD.
dark matter,
You're doing,
brother.
you cannot see it, you cannot smell it, you cannot touch it, you cannot hear it, you cannot
can
feel it.
measure it.
Look, brother, it
Please
doesn't exist.
open Google. Open the
Forget
measurement
Google,
of
you're
dark matter.
PhD, brother. You do PhD.
measure the gravity
brother,
of it.
brother. Can
The
you
head-
see?
the
Okay.
weight of it.
No, brother. You see the effects of it. You are a person who believes in science. For you, you're talking about you're like more materialistic in that sense, not in the money sense, yeah.
I am
So,
materialistic, you can say
no,
that.
not like that. Something that you cannot see, touch, feel, hear, or taste, you reject it. I gave you the example of dark matter. You said we see the effects, and I say to you, well, God exists. You don't see him, but you see the effect. You say no.
What is the effect of God?
1 second. You, the universe, our solar system, the gravitational force, all of these things are the impact of that.
Solar system. That's really nice. It's mentioned in your book that God created Earth
but you're not
before the
answering.
sun.
Can you tell me where it says that? Yeah.
اقرأ سورة الأعراف.
Okay. Sorry, let's go. Sorry. Maybe got
No.
the answer.
اقرأ سورة فصلت
Sure.
الآية.
Open it. Sorry, open it. Open
Verse 8
it.
and
Someone
12.
open it. It's off topic, but someone open
Yeah,
it.
sure.
Someone open it for me. It's open Surah Fussilat, no problem.
سورة فصلت.
Yes. Which ayah?
Verse 8 to 12.
Okay, open 8 to 12. While that's happening, can you see your consciousness?
Let's-
No, we're coming to that. That's separate. We're coming to that. I'm not going nowhere. That's coming to that. Can you see your consciousness?
It's a wrong question.
Can you see your
It's a
consciousness?
wrong question. I'm not going to answer a wrong question.
No, you know why you're not going to answer? Because you know there is no. You can't see your consciousness, but you believe it exists.
No, we can
This
see-
is
we
the
can see the
hypocrisy.
effect of
No,
it.
you cannot. Show me the effect.
Have you ever heard of MRI, fMRI?
No, they're just scans. The scans. 8 and 9.
12.
8 and 12. You
8 to
cannot.
12.
You cannot see the consciousness.
We can see.
No, you
we can
cannot.
see the effect of
You
it.
cannot. You cannot. You cannot.
Functional
Show me.
magnetic
Okay.
resonance imaging.
I'm gonna believe-
Can show even
No, it
how
cannot.
The memory
No,
is
it's not.
forming
No.
live.
That is not consciousness.
We can see the thoughts.
That
we
is
can
not
see the parts
conscious.
of
No,
your
you
brain
cannot see
where you are
thoughts.
angry,
You cannot
where
see
you're
thoughts.
memory,
No,
where you're happy,
you're talking
where
about
you're
the
sad.
functions of the brain of memory. What is
is
responsible to
consciousness.
seeing? No, it's not.
Collective-
No, it's not.
collective
There
of
is
that
a whole
is
discussion if the consciousness is even connected to the brain. So I'm asking a question. I'm going to believe in your consciousness. 1 second. 1 second, bro. I'm going to believe in consciousness if you can see it, if I can touch it, if I can feel it, if I can taste it, and if I can hear it.
Why?
Because
why
I'm
is
going with your worldview.
You're pushing it there.
Can
You're
I
pushing
see?
it
Can I
that
see
way.
consciousness?
We can see the effects of it.
Okay, show me consciousness. I want to see. Look, I'm
check
showing you a
MRI
worldview.
imaging.
Thank you. MRI imaging is just showing you a graph of effects the brain is having. I'm talking about consciousness. Say to me, Ali, here's my consciousness. You can't.
asking
So
me.
then don't
You
say.
proposed
Then
the
you
wrong
shouldn't use
question.
your argument that if I can't see, I don't believe because it shoots you in the
proposed
foot.
wrong question and you,
No,
you
brother.
make me obligatory to answer
You
the
know why,
wrong
brother?
question.
Because you're saying I believe in the matter, what I see, but now you believe in dark matter, you can't see. You believe in consciousness,
I can
you
measure
can't
it.
see. You cannot
I
see
can
it.
measure it.
Double standard. This is
No,
why I
it's
say
not
that
double standard.
it's
It's
not fair,
objective
brother.
measure.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
That's
If you're going to use
objective
the criteria, the criteria should be, brother, not matter. Because the moment you say that, you are shooting yourself in the foot. Why? Because you believe in things you don't see, taste, smell, touch, or hear.
Yeah, even electrons
Thank
we
you.
don't see.
Thank you. But you
But
believe they
everything
exist.
electronic around you.
Can you see
it's
it?
made from
But
electrons.
that's my point. You believe in things you don't see. But I tell you God exists, you say no, I don't believe him.
You know why?
Why?
Because I have the 3 assumptions.
What's assumptions?
What's an assumption?
What's these assumptions that you have?
I exist. The universe exists. That's
Is
the
it,
first
how do you know?
assumption.
How do you know it's not the Matrix?
It's an assumption.
Okay, good. It's an assumption. Okay, good. You're right. It's an assumption. Okay, can you prove it? You
It's an
can't.
assumption.
Exactly. I believe that I'm a dinosaur.
You can.
Yes, and I believe I live in Pluto.
You can.
Yes,
It's your
and I
belief, but
fly
it
on
doesn't mean it's
and I fly on
substantiated
Fridays.
by a truth.
No, I believe it's an assumption.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you see people are laughing at me? You know why? Because it is an assumption that is absurd.
Yeah.
Yes, but we know to make the best inference to the explanation to the best inference is that we look at our universe and we see that there's intelligence. If there's intelligence, there has to be an intelligent designer. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
According to your logic, you're gonna go now to special pleading because the intelligent designer it means intelligence. It requires also another intelligent
No, it doesn't.
design.
No, that's infinite regress. The intelligent being has to be necessary.
Yeah, you see, special pleading.
No, it's not special pleading.
Exactly.
It's not, because
Exactly.
if not, then you have
everything has a designer
yes.
except my
the
God
designer.
has not a designer.
100%. You know why? Because if the God had a designer, then we have the fallacy of infinite regress, which is who created that designer that created that designer.
Infinite
you
regress
have
is not fallible, by the way.
It is.
It's
It is.
not
No,
fallible.
I said it's the fallacy of infinite regress.
No, it's not a fallacy.
Why is it not a fallacy?
In mathematics, it's not a fallacy.
I'm not talking about
mathematics.
In mathematics, there is infinite.
Is logic.
In mathematics, no, it's abstract.
Math is logic.
I know it's logic.
Yeah.
But in mathematics, can you have infinite?
Yes.
Good. But in the real world, can you have infinite?
Yes.
No. No, you cannot.
Yes.
Okay, show me infinite in the real world.
The radiation
No,
of the
they're all
sun.
finite. They're all finite. The sun is
The
finite.
radiation of the
It's
sun.
finite.
What is finite?
It's finite.
Can you count it?
Anything is finite. No.
you count it?
No, it's finite.
It's
If I
infinite.
No, it's not.
It's infinite
No, it's not.
radiation.
No, it's not.
What is it now?
No, it's not. The radiation. If the sun is not there, is there radiation from the sun? We're talking about specifically the sun.
We're talking about the radiation that
I-
comes from the sun right now.
Okay, if the sun didn't exist,
Now you've given a hypothesis.
thank you. So therefore, the sun requires to exist for us to get radiation, which shows its dependency.
It doesn't matter. But
It
I'm saying
does,
that
bro.
He said the proof.
Brother, you
proof
said you're a
infinity.
PhD.
Proof
You look at what you're saying to me,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
Look at what you're saying. You're
Yeah.
saying to me it's
I have a
infinite,
PhD
but
and you don't
okay,
know that we can measure
okay.
dark matter. Come on, bro.
From my
Check this
research, you
picture,
cannot
fucking
taste. You
Google.
can't. I don't need Google. I've already done my research. The
Yeah,
point I'm saying is
exactly.
this:
That's why
you said the radiation is infinite, but it relies on the sun. It's dependent.
I'm not saying about the independency. We're talking about the infinite.
I'm talking about
We're talking
dependency.
about infinite.
I'm talking about
You see
dependency.
the jumping now from
I didn't jump
infinite
nowhere.
to dependency.
No.
And that is something else.
No, I
We're
said
talking about infinite now, right?
infinite doesn't exist in the real world. I
You know
said
the
you
light
demonstrate.
bulb? You know the light bulb? Neon.
Yes.
This actually has infinite radiation.
No. Do you know what infinite is? Something that has no beginning or end.
Oh boy. No, not necessarily.
It doesn't exist in the real world.
Not necessarily. It doesn't
Okay,
have a beginning
okay.
and an
If there
end.
is, okay, if there's infinite,
Between 1 and 2, you can divide those numbers
Brother,
into infinite.
brother,
Between 1 and 2,
the
there
moment,
is limits.
the
1
moment,
and
the
2,
moment,
and you can divide
the
between
moment
them
you
infinitely.
divide, take away, you add to infinite, it's not infinite anymore. If I have infinite amount of biryanis and I eat 2 biryanis, how many biryanis do we have?
You see, if you understand mathematics, you know that there is no
Mathematics
subtraction
is abstract.
and no plus.
Brother,
in
mathematics is
infinite.
abstract. You're talking about a world that is abstract. I'm telling you, in the real world, infinite doesn't exist. And you
Really?
can't prove it. You can't
How
prove
big is the
it.
universe? Where is the limit?
It's no, it's limited.
It's limited.
Yes, the universe.
The
you know,
universe is limited.
Yes, it's independent as well. Yes.
That is rubbish.
It is rubbish.
It's
No
wrong.
problem.
Please.
Let's no problem. Let's go to the recycle bin. Let's see if it's rubbish. 1 second. Do you believe the universe is independent?
stars are there in the
Is the universe billions? Billions. How many? How many? How many?
At the moment, they think there's about 35 trillion.
Thank you. That is dependency. You just gave it a number. How could it be infinite? Oh, it's
That's an
infinite.
estimate.
Thank
That's
you.
an estimate.
The fact that you can give estimates dependency. Are you really PhD?
No.
Brother. Let's suppose it's 500 quadrillion. The moment you give it a number, it is dependent. So how did you say no, sir?
It's an estimation.
You just disagreed with me and you said there are 34 billion. That shows its dependency.
No, actually 34 trillion.
Trillion, even better. Trillion, the fact that you can give it a number shows its dependency.
Well, that's,
So it's not infinite.
no, that's the only known number they know at the moment.
But that is dependency.
That's the known number they know.
Okay, do you know what's the second law of thermodynamics? Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Yeah?
That's the first law.
First law. Thank you very much. First law, yeah? First law of thermodynamics is energy cannot be created or destroyed.
I'm not
Okay.
a PhD, you are, right?
No, this one you
Second
did.
law.
No. You know, if you know it, yes. So it's first law, not second law. Okay. Now, the point is this. If energy cannot be created or destroyed, that means that, for example, it doesn't mean that it is infinite. It means that...
it's eternal.
No, it does not mean it's eternal. You know why? Because the fact that we have a limited amount of energy in our universe shows its dependency. I'll repeat again. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, yeah? For example, we as Muslims, we believe in Jannah. Jannah is eternal, post-eternal. It eternally relies on God for its existence. So energy is the same thing. We say energy cannot be created or destroyed in a closed system, yeah? Therefore, if it's in a closed system, if there's a set amount and it cannot be created or destroyed, it's dependent. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Yeah, the PhD, let's correct you.
Please correct
It's an
me.
isolated system. Energy cannot be destroyed.
Okay, what do you mean by isolated system?
Okay, physics 101. This is a closed system. It means it can radiate heat to the system around it.
Okay,
And it can also get heat
Yes.
from the system around it.
Okay.
So it can get energy.
yes. So in this closed system, yeah?
An isolated system.
An isolated system.
A system that cannot exchange energy, heat, matter.
Okay, so Is our universe an isolated system?
Yes.
Therefore, is it dependent? Within our universe, it is dependent.
Habibi Ali. Really, for real. For real, give me a break.
How long?
Give me a break,
How
man.
long?
No, but really. You're
I'm just looking for answers.
Don't worry.
I'm trying to get answers.
Let's go back to the verses of the Surah.
No, we can go back to the rest, but you're going away from this topic.
No,
We're
I'm not going
You
away,
are, because it's
dependency.
infinite doesn't exist in the world.
You can exchange
What's your
energy
name?
and heat. Hassan.
Hassan. Ali, nice meeting you. Yeah? What I'm saying is, brother Hassan, is that infinite doesn't exist in the real world. Yeah, my claim is that I know energy cannot be created or destroyed in an isolated system, but the point is this: because it can, for example, if I set this on fire, this hasn't disappeared. It's just changed form. I agree with that, but it's changed form to something, and the cycle will continue. But what I'm saying is, if you go to the source, which is, I believe, the necessary being, I believe Allah created it, gave rise to it. This system that we have, it's not infinite, because we know our universe is either dependent or independent.
I get your point.
That's what I'm saying.
But according to physics,
Yeah.
an isolated system,
Yeah.
if it requires a God, then he must be inside that system.
Why? I just want to know.
Because an isolated system, the name says it by itself, it's an isolated system.
Okay, why does God need to be in the system? I'm just trying to understand. Please teach me. I want to learn.
Because the energy inside the system, so he has to manipulate the energy inside the system.
Okay.
He cannot be outside the system.
Okay, so we believe Allah is outside the creation. So we say when Allah wills it, Allah gives it these properties. For example, we don't know, if you get a seed and put it on the floor, it drops on the floor, it might turn into a tree. We say Allah gave the properties for the earth to exist, for the seed to fall. So it's automatically, instantly willed to God. It all goes back to God Almighty. So we're not seeing it as blind processes. So we believe energy is created by Allah. The fact that it cannot be created or destroyed is willed by Allah. It has those properties to do that.
That's contradictory.
Okay, how?
The energy cannot be created. Then how
No. Listen to what I'm saying. In an isolated system, yeah, we're talking about when the universe, I believe the universe is dependent, and I believe it depends on Allah. So therefore, this isolated system of the universe was willed by Allah, and the properties that's happening inside, which cannot be created or destroyed, there's an initial process of creation. From that moment onward, this is what we believe. I'm saying. Okay, good. So we believe that Allah willed it. This isolated system now has its operations within it, which is what? The energy within it cannot be created or destroyed. It is a function. That's all we're saying.
Then it's a matter of faith, bro.
No, it's a matter of if, for example, the universe is either dependent or independent. Do you believe it's dependent or independent?
I believe it's independent.
It's what?
Independent.
Good. Now, Brother Hassan, if you believe it's
Based on
independent,
the energy itself.
no problem. If you believe it's independent, me and you agree on something. We agree that we require an independent, call it a being, call it whatever you like. You give that title to the universe, I give it to Allah.
I give it to energy.
You give it to energy. So we will say that your God is universe. Why? No, but let me tell you. But let me tell you why.
I wouldn't worship energy.
No, but let me tell you why. But the fact that you believe it's made our universe, you are in a nutshell giving the attributes that belong to Allah to universe. Now,
At least I have evidence.
okay, good. Now I say,
Physical evidence.
okay, good. My definition.
Yours, you have faith.
No, I don't have faith. Christians, they have full faith. With me, I have aql as well, with logic. Now, independency.
Leave the Christians. I kick their asses. Leave
Yeah,
their
that's
asses
good.
to me.
Together we'll join that. Yeah, okay. So now, Brother Hassan. Now, if my definition of independent being is the following: it has to be necessary, self-sufficient, not composed of pieces, and cannot be any other way.
ليس كمثله شيء.
Good. Okay. Now, anything that is dependent is something that requires something else for its own existence, is composed of pieces, and it can be any other way. Now, do you accept that energy is a form of, it's a piece? Like it's composed of pieces? Good, it's substance. We agree that energy can be any other way. You can change form. Good. I say that is dependent. The fact that it's dependent, I say, what does it depend on? It has to depend on the necessary being. That's my argument. So when you said, I believe energy is, the universe is independent, I'm disproving that by seeing if it was independent, it would not be composed of pieces and it could not be any other way. We know our universe can be any other way and it's composed of pieces. Therefore, it is dependent. If it is dependent, what is it dependent on? Which is Allah. That's my argument.
based on faith.
No, I give logical. Okay, no, it's a faith. I didn't say. Uncle,
Because
Hassan, I didn't say let's go close the
give
eyes.
anything physical. You didn't give anything physics.
No,
God
Uncle, I
cannot be
did.
measured physically.
Okay.
It's a leap of faith and the mu'min that God created. And I don't mind
Okay,
that.
okay.
That's your faith.
No, I promise you I'm not giving faith. I repeat again. My definition of dependency is the following. Something that depends on something else for its existence. Yeah? Okay, guy, Javi, 1 second, because I can't hear the brother, yeah? Number one, if it's composed of pieces. Number two, if it can be any other way.
The first premise is wrong.
Why is it wrong? Is energy not composed of pieces?
Energy is dependent.
No, 1
It
second.
cannot be created or destroyed.
No,
so
no,
it's not
no,
dependent on anything.
no. The fact that there is a set amount shows us dependency.
Set amount.
Yes. Trillion, quadrillion, whatever you want to call it. The fact that the energy is in an isolated system, the system is limited. Even though the energy cannot be created or destroyed within the isolated system, it is still limited. So that's why I was saying.
Equals zero.
Sorry?
Equals zero.
What equals zero?
Energy.
What do you mean equals zero?
The whole total amount of energy in the universe is actually close to zero.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
Because
Right.
it's like positive and negative. So the positive is the energy.
Okay.
And what equalizes it is the gravity. So they equalize each other and become zero.
Okay,
They annihilate each other, let's say.
okay, but it has those properties. So what I'm saying is that to me, something that's composed of pieces, something that can be any other way, is dependent. I know the universe is composed of pieces. I know the